So after an unbearably long wait, we finally have gotten our first look at the Nintendo Switch 2, and my reaction and many others' reactions pretty much went something like this.
Hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic.
So yeah, we pretty much knew everything about this console because it pretty much got leaked to death. I think it might be like the most leaked console of all time, pretty much. However, at the end of the reveal, Nintendo revealed the date to a Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct, and the date is April 2nd! What do you mean I have to wait 3 months for the Nintendo Direct? Yes, so we're not getting this Direct until April, meaning we're probably not going to get this console until maybe June, that's my guess. However, today I wanted to talk about something else that was also revealed in the console's teaser, and that's Mario Kart 9. After nearly 11 years, we're finally getting the next Mario Kart game. Almost 5 years ago, I literally made a prediction video on Mario Kart 9. It was an entire series of videos covering the different parts of what the game would be like. However, today I wanted to make a video on predicting the characters that will be in this game. While I already have made a video on that years ago, I feel like it's about time I should make a new one, especially seeing as we have gameplay now. We only have a few seconds of gameplay shown so far, but I feel like there's enough footage shown for me to make a video on this. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So for starters, I think it's obvious to mention first that there seems to now be 24 racers per race, and we have 24 confirmed, and right now I'm going to list off the 24 confirmed characters. These include Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby Peach, Baby Daisy, Baby Rosalina, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Yoshi, Birdo, Donkey Kong, Wario, Waluigi, Pauline, King Boo, Lakitu, Koopa Troopa, Shy Guy, Toad, and Toadette. So those are all the characters we see in the gameplay footage so far. Some are harder to see than others, but as far as we know, they're all confirmed because they are there. Next up are the characters that I don't think will return or have a less likely chance of returning. These include Donkey Kong Jr., Koopa Troopa, Honey Queen, Wiggler, Monty Mole, and all the guest Nintendo characters. I know that will upset a lot of people cutting all the other Nintendo characters, but I personally do not want Mario Kart to become a Nintendo Kart. I'd rather that be its own separate thing, so I think it's better to just not keep them in. I would be fine though if they maybe had them in DLC or even just in general, as long as they don't have too many of them, but for now I'm just gonna cut all of them. Also, all the Bandai Namco arcade characters are cut as well, because I doubt we're gonna see that. It's highly unlikely. Now, some other characters that I cut that I didn't mention either are all the clone characters. I do not think these characters should be their own character slots, as that's just a waste of a character slot. I'd like to see more unique characters. However, I do think they should be alternate costumes. I think that's something we should definitely see, and I think it will happen, is in the gameplay footage we see of Mario Kart 9, we see Peach on a bike. However, she isn't wearing her regular biker outfit, she's in her dress. Now, this could be because they either A, don't have the model ready yet because it's still being made, B, they completely removed it, which would be very weird, especially when it was in the Mario movie and stuff, and C, they may have alternate costumes that allow you to switch through it, which I think would be awesome, and I hope that is a thing. So characters like Tanuki Mario, Cat Peach, Metal Mario, Pink Gold Peach, I think those should all be alternate costumes. I know Metal Mario and Pink Gold Peach are like different weight classes, but I don't really think that matters too much, so I think you can just easily make them alternate costumes. Plus, I do not want to see Pink Gold Peach be her own slot again. Now it's time to go over the returning characters that I think we'll see. For starters, there is one small detail in the trailer that we see that actually is the equivalent to 7 characters. In the trailer, we see a sign for Morton Construction, which is obviously the Koopaling Morton. This pretty much practically confirms that it's extremely likely that we're going to see all 7 Koopalings, because pretty much if there's one Koopaling, it's going to be all of them, except for Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, as for some reason that game does not have all of them. I have no idea why. Another character that is practically confirmed to be in this game is Nabbit. We see a Nabbit advertisement in the game, and similar to Morton with the Koopalings, I think this practically confirms that Nabbit will most likely be a playable character. It also makes sense because he's been appearing in a lot of Mario games, most recently Super Mario Bros. Wonder, so I definitely think it's about time that he makes his appearance in a mainline Mario Kart game, or a Mario Kart game on console. So that now gives us a total of 32 characters. Now I want to go over some other returning characters that I think we'll likely see. For starters, I think Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and Funky Donkey Kong are all likely characters that I think will return. These are all fan favorite characters, and it is good for Donkey Kong representation, so I'm gonna say that all three will be in this game. Next is Petey Piranha and King Bob-omb. Now, Petey Piranha I think has a very likely chance of returning, as he was in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in the Booster Course Pass. It makes sense having Petey Piranha alongside King Boo. And I also think that King Bob-omb should return. The reasoning why is because he was in Tour, but it also would round out these 3 boss fights that have been in several Mario games, and I think it'd just be cool having all 3. Plus, I do like King Bob-omb as well, and I think he does have a good chance of returning. Next, we've gotten Dry Bowser and Dry Bones. Now, Dry Bones is a fan favorite character that I myself like, including many others. Dry Bones for Smash, as Odyssey Central would say. But anyways, I think we obviously should include him. I'd like to see him. I think he's likely to return. Dry Bowser, on the other hand, I think should return because he's different enough, and it would feel weird having him as an alternate costume while Dry Bones isn't. And he's a fan favorite character, and I do think he is pretty cool, so I also think we'll keep Dry Bowser as well. Next is Kamek, who's a character that I don't really think I need to explain that much. I definitely think we'll see him return. I hope we do see him return, so yeah. Next is Hammer Bro, who's a classic Mario enemy that at this point is long overdue for a mainline, like, console Mario Kart game. And I also definitely think we could see the other variants, the Fire Bros, Boomerang Bros, and Ice Bros as like alternate costumes, just like Tour had them. Next is Chargin' Chuck, who's a character that's appeared in Mario Kart Tour and a few other spin-off games recently, and I think he makes a lot of sense to include, and I think we will see him. It's very likely for him to be included, I feel like. So that is all the returning characters I think we will see in Mario Kart 9. These last 6 characters are brand new characters that I think will be introduced in this game or have a likely chance of being introduced. Starting off, we have Cappy. I think there's somewhat of a chance for Cappy to be included. He's obviously Mario Odyssey representation, and I don't know, I just think he'd be a really cool character to include. There can also be an alternate costume where he has like Mario's hat, or even just other hats from Odyssey. So starting off, we have Cappy. Next is Prince Florian from Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I think there's a very good chance we'll see him, and the reasoning why is because it's obviously Mario Wonder representation, but the art style of Mario Kart 9 seems to take inspiration from Mario Wonder, mainly with Mario and Luigi's design. It also does seem to take inspiration from Super Mario Bros. Movie with Donkey Kong's design, but anyways, I think there's a good chance we'll see him. They obviously would have to make him just a little bit bigger, but yeah, we have Prince Florian. Next is Poochie. Now, I accidentally just realized now that he isn't Tour, I accidentally made a mistake, so he'd be part of the returning characters. I apologize for this, but I do want them to include Poochie because it's Yoshi's Island representation. I just think it's really funny seeing him driving, so we have Poochie. Our next brand new character is Cranky Kong. Now, I wanted to include another Donkey Kong representation, and I would have included King K. Rool, but the chances of that happening do feel unlikely, so instead we have Cranky Kong, who I think would be more likely because like he's playable in Tropical Freeze and is in like the newer Donkey Kong Country games, as in we haven't gotten a new Donkey Kong Country game in almost 11 years, but still. The next new character that I want to mention is Spike, or Fishy Bookins if you watch SMG4. I do think there is a chance we will get him. I'm honestly surprised we haven't gotten him because he's appeared in a lot of Mario games and he's quite a prevalent enemy, so I definitely think we could easily see him included. I think he'd be a cool character to include. The final character I think we will get in Mario Kart 9 that I wanted to mention is Egad. I think there's a very good chance we'll get him because obviously it's representing Luigi's Mansion, but I just think in general there's just a good chance we'll get him. He'd be a cool character, and he was supposed to appear all the way back in Mario Kart DS, sort of like how Kamek was going to be in Mario Kart 64 and then the original Mario Kart 8 until he was added eventually. So I think they could do the same thing with Egad. We'll finally get him, and I think he'd be a cool character. So that is my prediction for the Mario Kart 9 character roster. Of course, I don't think this is exactly what's going to happen. This is what I'm guessing, but you never know. We can get something completely different or different characters. No, if you couldn't already tell, there are 48 characters. I think this is a likely amount we'll get, is that's double 24, which is the amount of racers that we appear to be getting on the track. So I think it makes sense to get 48. Of course, I think we will also get more characters in the like DLC, because I think DLC will definitely happen in this game, most likely. There's also one other character that I wanted to mention, and that's the Mii characters. Now, I'm not sure if Mii's will be on the Switch too. I think there is a likely chance, however, since Nintendo seems to use them less and less, I don't know if they will be included in this game. I think there is a chance they could be included, but for now I'm just not going to include them on this roster. I think there is a pretty good chance they will, though. They'll probably be in it. So if they are included, that'd be 49 characters, but yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But that is my prediction for Mario Kart 9's roster. What characters do you think or would like to see? I'd love to see your responses in the comments down below. Thanks for watching till the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next video.